Hey guys, GFan1985 here. Today we have a review of the Hiya Toys King Ghidorah 1991. So here's the box. As you can tell, it is ginormous. So on the front we have obviously King Ghidorah with the name, the movie logo, Hiya, Godzilla, all that. Turning it to the side, it has Ghidorah and the name. Turning it to the back, here we go. Here's some Chinese stuff I can't read. Here's another proto image and a wing. And then the top just the same thing, and the bottom doesn't say anything. So low-key, box looking really crisp. Now, let's get on to the figure. So here is King Ghidorah. As you can tell, looks great immediately. So, to start off, let's go over his details. So first, beautiful gold scaling on his feet, legs, chest, and tail, and necks, and heads. All beautiful. Looking at it, they actually painted his toes, as you can tell right here. Actually painted the toes, crazy. So let's start off with this. The necks be looking really good right here. They actually did very well on it, I think. To start, the eyes be looking really sharp. Yeah, let's bend this light down. So the eyes got a really good orange to them. And their mouth looks really good. That's the same for all three. And I don't really have any mispaints on my teeth. Thank goodness, obviously. But I think that's just, it's because Hiya is such a good company. Because for their figures, they've been 3-0 on all of them. And yeah, so for detail, looks good on the front. Now turning it around, the tails will look fabulous, as you can tell. But the only problem is, I would say, is on the wings. Like, you can see all this gripe and stuff, like these scratches. But, you kind of just have to not pay attention to them. So, now, let's get into his articulation. So, to start off with his articulations, his head can move all the way 360 around, and same with every single joint on his neck. He can look, if you get his neck down, he can look about, they can all three, if you get them right, which I'm pretty sure you can, they can go all three down about the same length, about there. Then you can put them back all the way to there. That's the farthest the heads will go back. The mouth opens about that far, and there's a tongue articulation. Then the chest, you can move it about that far this way, about that far that way. Then, obviously you can lean forward and back, which is good. For his legs, the thighs can go like this, so you can make them sit down. Here, obviously, you can literally make them take a seat. But, we ain't gonna have him do that. So then, he has, for his knees, you can get about that far back, and then his feet, don't really have any articulation, but there is a, ankle swivel. And the only problem I've had on mine so far is his right knee is super duper loose. I don't know why compared to the other knee, but that's not really too worried. So to turn him around, the wings go back this far. That's how far his wings go back, and they go this forward, this forward, or however you say it. And the only problem is, if you have his wings down like this, he'll lean forward, so you can't have him back unless you position his wings back. Now, the one thing I love about this Ghidorah more than the other King of the Monsters Ghidorah, his wings are bendy. Best thing ever. You can bend his wings. It's beautiful. So, absolutely gorgeous. So now for the tail, you can move. So you got one right here, then you got a second, and you got a third, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and then his thing can rotate around. So his tails, if you get them positioned upright, you can go this forward. They can basically almost touch his neck, but they'll sit there. Then go down all the way, like that, and they can go out to the side about this far. They can go out to the side about that far. So overall, he's very, very good articulation, and yes, you can get him into a flying pose. The poses will be out at noon, by the way. So he looked very, very good for articulation and sculpt and everything else. So now let's get on to our size comparisons. So first, here we have the SH Monstars San Diego Comic-Con Explosion Godzilla and the SH Monstars Godzilla 1989, as well as the Playmates Burning Godzilla. These scale perfectly with King Ghidorah. As you can see, they are perfect height as they were in the movie. But the Hiya Toys Godzilla 1991 would probably be scaled better because, you know, they're the same figure brand. So next we have the Movie Monster Series Bagan, Space Godzilla, and Batra. Next we have the Super 7 Ultimates Destroyer and the SH Monster Arts Biolante Special Color version. Next we have the SH Monster Arts Final Wars Godzilla and the SH Monster Arts GMK Godzilla. And here's some other characters that you might have with the D113 Toys Panto Chrysler, Jesus Christ, and the Beast Cities B010 Broly. So in conclusion, I would say this is a top 5 figure in my collection. This literally looks amazing. It's got great articulation. It actually can function as a Ghidorah, unlike the SH Monster Arts. It's bigger than all the other Godzillas I have. And it just scales well with everything. It's the same height as Broly, which is literally one of the biggest figures in my collection and on the market. It's just great overall. I would say excellent figure. So I got it on Big Bad Toy Store for $100 before they have charges to $115 with tariffs. The places I know you can get it on the aftermarket, but it's way overpriced. You can get it on Cowcast Toys for like $158, which I wasn't trying to spend $150 on it. Or you can get it on Big Bad Toy Store in stock, by the way. No plug though. I don't have money for that. They don't give me money. But you can get it on Big Bad Toy Store for $115 before taxes and shipping. So if I were y'all and you all want to get Ghidorah, this one right here is it. So overall, like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.